Okay, it says we're live. So, hello, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday the 15th. So, happy mid January. Um, I have been trying to sort of like take it easy in terms of writing this weekend because I was definitely feeling sort of like all that motivation from the beginning of the year waning. So, instead, I wound up doing some um, de-Christmasing the house because we hadn't done that yet. So I put up the tree and the ornaments and all of the knickknacks and things yesterday, and helped my dad get some computer stuff straightened out and updated for his computer. Read quite a bit this weekend. But yeah, so definitely sort of like trying to just do like a reset of like put a pause on the things that like I start feeling guilty for not having finished them and whatnot. So just put a pause on those, take a break, refill whatever it is that I needed. So I have not moved a great deal of stickies this weekend. I did move, I think, two got done, but more of like the pale yellow side of things rather than the other colors. So there is that. But that means that I do have to finish two small things that I wanted to have done by this weekend. So those need to get done. And then I have pulled up and I've been working for the last few minutes just before the stream started on one of those. So I think maybe I've got that almost done. But yeah, so I am hoping that this second half of the month will be a little bit more, I'll be a little bit more motivated. I'll be a little bit more disciplined. So yeah, but that motivation from the very first week or so, week and a half really, before like my motivation just went to pop. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I can pick that energy back up again for the second half of the month. Try and just like get done some things that I have been meaning to get done for quite some months. I did file all of my like paperwork and mail that I had been putting off, and it was just like in a stack. And it was, for some things it was like 8 months, for some things it was like the full 2022 that I hadn't filed anything. But anyway, so I have filed all of it. And I went ahead and sort of like reorganized my filing cabinet. So everything is a little bit more easy, a little bit sort of more sensible and organized. So I felt good about that. So yeah, so good things happened this weekend. Just definitely not necessarily what I had anticipated doing this weekend. Like 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh yeah, I'll have XYZ done by then. No. But it was definitely sort of like a much needed mental break to just kind of do something that could get accomplished and done, and leave the environment around me feeling a little bit more organized and clean-ish. Because I still have to sweep again after putting away all of the Christmas stuff. And y'all, my nose was like all sniffly as I was putting away the ornaments. I'm like, oh, we haven't dusted out these like the big tote boxes that we keep all of our Christmas stuff in. We haven't dusted the insides of those boxes. And that should probably be done next year. Because now they're up and away and I'm not pulling them out again to vacuum them. But anyway, yes. Yeah, so hopefully, I feel like today's going to be a mix of productivity and writing, because I do have those 2 to 3 things, shorter things that I want to get done today, to set myself up for this coming week. And then I also have some things that I have listed on my to-do list for today that's sort of like a mid-month check-in. So if you're considering a mid-month check-in, perhaps today is the day. It's either today or tomorrow would be the day to do it, because Sundays and Mondays feel more like productivity heavy for me, sort of like just getting things planned out, things checked off my like basic to-do list and house chores and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, happy mid-month. How are we? CB says hello. Hello. Yes. Cool Gamer says hey, hey. Hello. Welcome. Rachel, hello. You're trying to get some cleaning handled and revisions gotten on. Gotcha. Yes. BA, hello. Hey, hey, y'all. Hello. And you'll be continuing to deep clean today. Yes. Today is perfect because you have tomorrow off. Yes, as well. That is yes. When you have that that extended weekend, it's nice because you feel like you can get a lot more accomplished. Yes, I figured. Megan says, hello, you've been working all morning and yet you're nowhere near done with your post about Notion. You do know that you can split it up. You can do part 1, part 2, part 3, however many parts it needs. If you just need to have like a focus, like a much more narrow focus, like how to do this task in Notion, how to do this, you might want to consider making it a series rather than a single post. CB says today is, I still don't know how to say this person's name, Shane McMahon's birthday. He's 53. Goodness gracious. My dad's 72nd is coming up next Saturday, this coming Saturday. So I have it on my to-do list to make a specific dinner that day because that is his favorite dinner. So. Okay, I have not pulled cards for today. I didn't pull them yesterday either because I was busy doing all kinds of stuff. Okay, so Ace of Swords from our Lucid Dreamers. So breakthrough, truth, new insights, new ideas, vision, focus, yay, mental clarity, yay, and success. So that's a fantastic first card to pull for today. So we have the Ace of Swords. And in this version, for the Lucid Dreamers, you have the single upright sword and a crown of both laurels and metals over the sword tip. Okay, that was yesterday's. Today's, okay, so we have Judgment inverted upside down. Okay. So there is our upside down Judgment card. Does it mean lack of judgment? No judgment. It's number 20. Okay. So reversed means we might have some indecisions, delays, or we might be feeling an unwillingness to forgive and move on. So perhaps this Ace of Swords is what's going to allow us to break through that stubbornness and have some mental clarity about what we're doing and why we are not doing what is good for us. Okay. Okay, then we have yesterday's and today's. Today's is the koala. It's that assurance that the spirit has a plan for us. Koala. Koala, koala, where are you? There you are. Okay, so here is our koala friend, looking very sort of shamanic, I would say. Shamanic? How do you pronounce that? Like a shaman. Just hanging out in the tree. In nature, the koala moves slowly through the branches of the eucalyptus tree, leisurely chewing the leaves, reminding us that life is not a race or a competition. Chasing around after every distraction can keep us from recognizing that we have all we need and that the Spirit will always be there with gifts to sustain us. You are being asked to trust that by moving slowly with faith in the abundance that is everywhere, surrendering to a power greater than yourself, you will be able to experience the manifestation of your desires. As you take your time enjoying the riches available to you right now, sitting peacefully, you begin to radiate the joy and abundance that you seek. The Spirit is here to help you discover happiness, pleasure, and contentment. All gifts that are yours now and in the future. Have faith and trust in the Spirit's plan for you and know that you are loved and cherished. Okay, so from what it seems with this trio of cards, we might have been feeling stuck, unwilling to move on in some aspect, and we are called to sort of reflect on that, gain some mental clarity, see that we do need to move on, but that we don't have to do it super fast. It's okay to move slow and with intentions, says the koala. So I feel like that's a decent reading for today. I feel like that's not bad. Okay. Put these cards off to the side so I can come back and put them in my tarot journal a little bit later. Alrighty. Did I did not. Okay. I did not pull up the timers, so that needs to happen. Megan says it's going slow because you're going over the general overview of all of your Notion pages. It is going to be broken into parts, though. Okay, excellent. And Jordan is here. Hello, welcome. CB says Alan Rickman would be 77 next month. Gotcha. CB says the shawarma that you made was a disaster, so you had McDonald's instead. KFC didn't deliver. Gotcha. Jordan asks how Megan is. Okay, first writing sprint banner going up. And okay, we need a 25-minute. I feel like tea is probably good. So we will have the silent teapot timer. It's a 25-minute timer. All right. Present, share screen, Chrome tab, timer. Here we go. Make it big. All right. So 1, save your document if you've already been working today. If not, now's a great time to pull up whatever it is that you are choosing to work on. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is that you are hydrating. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25-minute teapot timer. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I think that I have done this. Excuse me. I think I have finished this. Anyway, so I'm currently rearranging my bookmarks so that I can access this a little bit easier later. Okay. Okay, cool. So there's that. I think I am officially done with that section. So that's one of my 3 things done. Hooray. Hopefully that'd be nice if I could just like finish one per sprint, right? Yay. Okay. Next one, I'm going to be working a little bit more in the planners for a little bit before I hop into the next document. That's what I'm going to do. Trying to decide and stick to it. Okay, Stacy made it. Hello. Welcome. And Megan says to Jordan, you're doing well. Thank you. How are you? Rosalind says, hello. Hello. CB found an old project and you're reading through it and cringing. Yes, we all do that though. But see, look how far you've come that you can recognize that the old is cringy. It means that we have improved. So you can look at it through that lens. Megan says, I decided that my post was getting too long, so you started over while trying to narrow down the scope of the post. Gotcha. But don't delete your old draft because you may want to come back to sections that are in there. Just, start a new one, I guess. Stacy says, Monster had a sleepover last night and her friends just left. You're so tired. You don't think they slept at all, and you were up until 12:30 in the morning. You think a sleepover may be a misnomer. Yeah, because there's usually not that much sleep that happens with a sleepover. Yeah. Very true. Stacy says, I love reading my old stories most of the time, even if it is cringy. Yes, it can be very fun because you get to see sort of like where your brain was, however long ago it was when you wrote it. Sort of like and see where your ideas took you then versus where they take you now. So, yeah, it's exciting. Okay, I've got things I want to get done in terms of the stuff in the planners, and then I'll be swapping over to the next document that I need to finish. So let's go ahead and do the second sprint. Apologies if you feel like chatting today. I'm just shoving us back into another sprint. And this one is going to be the 30-minute purple teapot timer. If I can pull it up. Okay. Open. Nope. Needed to share it first. All right. There we go. Now it's up on screen. Okay. So again, with the second sprint, you'll know how this is. If you have something that you want to promote for yourself that is writing adjacent, please do so during this second sprint. Yeah. If not, keep on being productive. And I guess we will see each other on the other side of the sprint. So 1, save your document and all of the progress that you have made. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30-minute purple teapot timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That is the second sprint. I finished the things that I wanted to do in my planner and my bullet journal. I have done my week's reflection because I had set up January to where I have like a small section for each day on the left, and then essentially a full page to reflect on how the week went and what I would like to either alter or change for the next week. So there is that. So I have done my weekly reflection. Yeah. And then I started working in this next piece that I wanted to finish today. And I have added a grand total of 96 words thus far. I think I started with about 5 minutes left. Yeah. Now I've added a couple more, so because I wanted to finish that sentence. 109. Okay, I will stop cheating now. How did we do? CB and Stacy were talking about older projects. Fazia, hello, welcome. HK, hello. You're going to be lurking in the background. You're hoping that everyone is having a lovely Sunday. Me too. Rachel says you're going to lurk for a bit. You got to see The Writer's Notebook by S.A. Crow, and you also finished setting up for revisions and adding things to your planner, and you need a break. And then you have either a coffee or tea emoji. I also will have to disappear partly in the next sprint to refill my hydration, and I might go for a cup of tea. Or I could go for water, or I could go for both and drink the water when my tea is scalding, and then once the tea is ready, then I can drink it. CB says yes to Stacy, and you lost Sir Terry Wogan the week after, if you're remembering it properly. Okay, we're talking about Rickman. Yes. You planned the novel version of that project 3 times for Nano, and twice you were thwarted. First of all, by potentially moving, and then by actually moving, but you got 0 words that time. That's okay. It's okay if you need a break to do whatever it is you need, in terms of like getting dinner, in terms of whatever it is you need. Okay. Shall we do another 30? I feel like a 30 is in the works because I need to go get coffee or tea or water of some sort. And then I need to okay, so of my 30-minute timers, we have Rainbow Record, Farting Frog, or Cat Yoga, which are all silent. So those are your choices at the moment. Rainbow Record, Farting Frog, or Cat Yoga for a 30-minute sprint. Stacy says 30 minutes works for me and votes for Rainbow Record. So let's do that. Nope. I forget they have rearranged things yet again. Or I have forgotten yet again. They haven't rearranged again, but either way. Okay, so 1, save your document and all the progress that we have made. 2, make sure that you take a sip of water or whatever it is that you are hydrating with, or during the sprint, you need to make sure you go get something to hydrate. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right. Hopefully that is done correctly. Okay. So I have gone ahead and I finished the second thing that I wanted to today, which was finishing up the week 2 writing pep talk experiment. So I have now posted my blog on that. That is now live. Hooray! So that is one of the things that I wanted to get done today. So I feel better about having gotten that done. I still have not finished my analytic report for 2022. That was another thing that I wanted to get done for this next week. It's not done, still sort of like partially drafted, because I'm contemplating how I want to frame and which numbers to include and all that kind of stuff. So it's not done, but that means that 2 out of my 3 things thus far are already done, and I still have an hour to get my last one done. So that is amazing. So it's not quite been one per sprint, but it is progress. So, and I did make myself a cup of tea, and it has been steeping, and hopefully it is a decent temperature to drink now, because I have left it alone for most of the 30 minutes. Yes, it's like the perfect temperature now. Okay. Okay, CB is looking through that particular project because you're using some elements of it for Start for President. And you had an idea on how to switch things up. Excellent. Megan missed the self-promo because you were focused. And we know to find Megan at Megan McCarthy. .substack.com. Or is it substack.meganmccarthy? Anyway. Yes. We should be able to find you by now. Plus, you have a YouTube channel. Plus, you have a Twitter. Plus, you have all the things. Monique says, hey, I'm just dropping by to let y'all know that you're back home. Excellent. Hopefully, you had a wonderful birthday vacation. I hope you had a fantastic time. You didn't get any writing done during your road trip. That's fine. It's vacation. So CB says you made and edited a couple of front covers in Canva. Nice. I love making mock covers in Canva. It's fantastic. Such a cute mug. Yes. Yes, this is one of my, this was from Kroger, like several years ago. They had all these autumn themed, like glassware. They had some cereal bowls too with the same sort of like leaf patterns. But I adored this ginormous mug, and it has come in so handy because it's ginormous, and that's how I like my drinks. Lots of it all at once. And it's dishwasher and microwavable, so I can use it all over the kitchen. Megan, I was right the first time. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And Monique is heading to D&D time. Ooh, excellent. Okay, by the way, have y'all been following the sort of uproar in the D&D community about Hasbro versus the fans? And the people who actually use D&D? Okay, so essentially, Hasbro is the owner of the Wizard Sea. What's the name? Anyway, so D&D is owned by one company who is owned by another company. So they have built D&D around this sort of like open understanding that like you can use the framework in order to create your own campaigns. And that's fine. Wizards of the Coast. Thank you. I was like, Wizards of the Sea? That's not quite right. Yeah. So Wizards of the Coast is owned by Hasbro. And Hasbro is being greedy little sons of the guns. And they have now said that they are going to, they're essentially going to destroy the entire system, because they are going to require that if you make money off of your D&D campaigns, which means like the whole, like the channels on YouTube and podcasts that are dedicated to doing an entire season of a campaign that they get funds for in order to pay the players and everything else, that if you are doing that, if you make a certain amount of money, which means that they are going to be like checking into how much money you're making out of it. I'm sure it's somehow. But anyway, so if you make a certain amount of money off of it, which if you're going to be paying your players to do that as their full-time job, then yeah, you're going to have to be making that much money. So if that is the case, if you make a certain amount of money, you are going to have to pay like a 25%, I think it might have been 25%, to Wizards of the Coast or to, and therefore Hasbro. But that also means they have written into the language of it that they own the rights to your campaign. They own and can use without any sort of repercussions your filming or your writing or your whatever. And so it is essentially, they built the fan base, and now that the fan base is built and people are used to using that format to create characters or to move around the landscape or whatever, now that everybody has, like, that's the sort of industry standard for how to use it, they're going to start charging you. Like, now that it makes money, they want a piece of the pie, or rather they want the whole damn pie. So yeah, look up the whole Wizards of the Coast Hasbro D&D situation. It's kind of crazy. Yes, so Vox Machina and Critical Role and some of the College Humor people, they're going to have to, like, they're really going to have to rethink how they're going to be doing things. And yeah, I mean, they're hoping, I think right now they're hoping that there's enough people to like sign petitions and to protest that it's not going to happen. But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, because I don't think Hasbro cares. I think Hasbro just wants the money. So yeah, so that's a situation. Yeah, Savvy, you might want to do a video about it. I mean, it's kind of insane. CB says, wow, this harks to the days of Riverdance, when Michael Flatley was the lead and left/was fired over creative differences. I think it's slightly different, because with the Riverdance Michael Flatley situation, it was like one person's ego, whereas a corporation is not just one person type of thing. So yeah. Do they have a creative control clause in their contract with Hasbro? If so, then Hasbro is acting illegally, you think? So, well, that's the thing, is I don't think there has really been any real contracts between the people who are using the D&D system, because Wizards of the Coast was treating it sort of like open software. Like, you could use it, you could build on it, you could interconnect with it, and it was built to increase the community that was using it specifically. Like, they wanted people to use it, so they made it really easy to use. Yeah, messaging came down from the head of Wizards of the Coast. Okay, yeah, it was treated like open source software. Yeah. So I don't think there was any clauses or any contract, because you could use it. it was there to use. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting thing. Okay, so I'm trying to think of where I think I Wizard of the Coast, Hasbro, D&D. Ooh, okay. There's something from Polygon. Says D&D maker backs off of new licensing rules that led to a fan revolt. So maybe it's not going to happen anymore. Ooh, okay. So here, I'll just pop this that I'm looking at in the chat, so that, or I can just show it on the screen as we look at it. After more than a week of controversy, Dungeons & Dragons makers Wizards of the Coast says it's backing off its plans to alter its open gaming license in a way that incensed fans and led to some calling for boycott. On Friday, Wizards issued a statement responding to a leaked draft of the open gaming license, also known as the OGL. Hasbro-owned company now says that it will not require creators to pay a royalty, and that content previously created for the 5th edition of the tabletop role-playing game will remain unaffected. Interesting. Okay, so here's... When we initially conceived of revising the OGL, it was with 3 major goals in mind. First, we wanted the ability to prevent the use of D&D content from being included in hateful and discriminatory products. Okay. Second, we wanted to address those attempting to use D&D in Web3, blockchain games, and NFTs by making clear that OGL content is limited to tabletop role-playing games, and content like campaigns, modules, and supplements. Okay, that also kind of makes sense. And third, we wanted to ensure that OGL is for the content creator, the home brewer, the aspiring designer, our players, and the community, not major corporations to use for their own commercial and promotional purpose. However, it seems like they were going at it the wrong way. Driving these goals were 2 simple principles. 1, our job is to be good stewards of the game, and 2, OGL exists for the benefits of the fan. Nothing about these principles has wavered for a second. That is why our early drafts of the new OGL included the provisions they did. That draft language was provided to content creators and publishers so their feedback could be considered before anything was finalized. Well, I think they figured out that people were not happy. In addition to language allowing us to address discriminatory and hateful conduct and clarifying what types of products the OGL covers, our drafts included royalty language designed to apply to large corporations attempting to use the OGL content. It was never our intent to impact the vast majority of the community. Well, then that language should have been clarified. However, it's clear from the reaction that we rolled a 1. It has become clear that it is no longer possible to fully achieve all 3 goals while still staying true to our principles. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I will let y'all I will let y'all finish that if you want, but that's an interesting. Okay. So I can kind of see why they didn't want people to take stuff and just NFT monetize it with scam crap. I can understand that, but I think that language, my guess is that was probably a oh, we have to figure out a good reason why we wanted to do this in the first place. I think they meant to apply it to everybody. I don't think they were meaning to just do it to corporations, honestly, if you ask me. Yeah. Oh, cool. It looks like it's going to be okay, right? Yes. I know. That was why I was like, oh, good. That's amazing. So hopefully it will continue to be open source software. Megan just saw that article too. Yes. They've already limited the use of very specific creatures by other publications. Like, okay, yeah, the Drow, yeah. Makes sense. You don't do the D&D, you just collect the dice though, right? So they're leaving it open for the community, but that still makes me wonder what they will think about content creators on social media. Right. And I think this was what they were potentially hoping to curtail or take a piece of. And I think I think they underestimated the amount of furor that it would cause. That is for sure. Okay, so it's 4:07. We need to do another sprint. Okay, we did the Okay, we've done the teapot timer. We've done the okay, so farting frog, babbling brook, which has noises, or we could do ghost dog again. So farting frog, babbling brook, which has noises, or ghost dog. Farting frog and ghost dog are silent. I'm still thinking 30 minutes. Okay, Megan votes for babbling brook. Okay, so this one does have water ambient sounds. So if that bothers you, please do just mute me. I don't have a problem with me being muted at all because I generally mute myself. Okay, so 1, save your document, especially when you have made some progress. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. If you need a longer stretch, please do. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that is the end of sprint number 4. I have added maybe 5 paragraphs or so, like short ones. Gone through and edited back a little bit more of the first section. Oh, that needs a hyphen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is currently sitting at 531. We'll save this. Okay, and I think I have a couple of numbers that I want to look up in terms of like my total videos for 2022, like what was my total number of live streams versus timers versus like actual edited videos, which I know is going to be like a pathetically small number. So I still want to look up that. Okay, so little videos, video breakdown is as follows. I'm going to edit this a little bit more. Yes, I know. Live streams, timers, and like regular videos. Okay. Save. Okay, now it's at 5:43. Just like minor things before I forget. Okay, so Jen popped in and said, I haven't really been here, but hey, everybody. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm having a good weekend. I'm having a relatively restful weekend. Restful yet still productive. Just generally until today, not writing productive. So, moving slowly today, but still moving. Good. And not spelling correctly. Need coffee. Yes. Hannah says, hi. Hello. Welcome. And Savvy says, great sprint. Oh, yay. 15:17. Nice. Ooh, you're working on new Valentine's Day romance. Ooh, nice. Stacy says, I got dinner started and got some more genealogy done. Fantastic. Okay, now, Savvy, I have a question for you. The Valentine's Day romance that you are currently writing, are you anticipating this being out for this Valentine's Day? Or are you doing things like a full calendar year ahead? Like, how do you schedule out your holiday writing? Because generally, like, you think or you're inspired to write in the season that is occurring. But generally, for those to be published, you want them to be published ahead of time of that season. So I'm just curious how far in advance you plan and write things. Stacy got dinner started and got some more genealogy done. Fantastic. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. Rachel says, almost finished with line edits in chapter 2. Nice. Yes, it's for this Valentine's Day. Okay, you're speed writing and rapid releasing a bunch of romances to test out what does well on Amazon. Oh, curious. Nice. I'm sure that you will have all of the data for us nicely packaged in a video, but when you are done with your experiment. Very nice. Okay, it is 4:43. We have time for a 15-minute writing sprint. We'll report findings later. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we could do a 15-minute, or we could do a 10-minute. Let's go for the 15. Let's be the productive people we want to be, right? Platypus. Share screen. All right, 15 minutes. So 1, save your document and all of the progress that you are making, even if it was just a couple words. 2, make sure that you take a sip of whatever it is you are hydrating. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 15 minutes with our Princess Platypus. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. I went through and I looked up a couple more things for analytics. Got the breakdown of my live stream versus timer versus like regular edited video situation. It's a real significant difference there. Like real significant. So yeah, so that's going to be something I'm going to have to try and work on this year. Get that gap a little small bit closed. Just a smidge more. Okay. Anyway, it is now 5 o'clock. So, don't let me forget to do this. I need to open the spreadsheet and make sure that, oh, I made this a lot smaller than it needed to be. All right, copy. All right, here's Devin and Kat's playlist spreadsheet. So Morgan, Kevin, okay, so Morgan started at 4:30, as did Creative Sprints. Kevin, the writer, is on at 6 p.m. Eastern. Then Dolores is on at 8. Julie is on at 8. Word Nerds is on at 8. Amy is on at 9:20, and Jen Writes Romance is on at 10, it says. Okay. All right. So you do have places to go tonight, which is amazing. I love that Devin and Kat have continued to curate that playlist and spreadsheet for us, because that's amazing. All right. Don't forget to save all of your wonderful progress. And I have managed to get, I think, 3/4 of the way done with this third thing that I wanted to get done today. So I will hopefully be able to finish that tonight. And like have all of my to-do list checked off for today, which would be great. Also, my goal this month was to post at least five blogs. So I could essentially count as like one a week if I needed to. But with the one that I posted today, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have a fifth one scheduled. So I have completed my monthly goal for that. Yay! Doesn't mean there won't be more blogs coming. Just I have completed my goal for that particular section of my Kanban board, so I can move down 2 more of these stickies. All right. Just so you know. All right. Thank you very much for sprinting with me and getting some stuff done. Thank you very much for a productive Sunday, and I will see y'all tomorrow, 1 to 3, and have fun. Bye.